good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to tune the car to stage 2. I just put the downpipe on not too long ago, and we're gonna go from stage 1 to stage 2 on the tune. I did put the downpipe on, but the video was a little too, I couldn't get the video right, so we're not gonna put that video out. So to go from stage 1 to stage 2, you need the downpipe in. Stage 1, the car can just be stock and it'll just give it a little bit of power. But stage 2, the downpipe has to be in, so it's in. So now we're gonna go from stage 1 to stage 2. First things first, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. It helps the channel grow. I would really appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, and turn notifications on to help the channel grow. I really appreciate it. All right, so first thing we are going to do is go into MHD. I use MHD as my tuning platform. A lot of people use Boot Mod 3, but I don't know, I just went with MHD, and I've been having no problems with it so far. So first thing you are going to need is an OBD2 connector, a cord, and a connector to your phone. Some people use the wireless connector, but I kind of went the cheap route and got the OBD2 connector. It works just as fine. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is plug this into the phone, plug the OBD2 sensor in. Alright, once you have it connected, a light should be coming out. So you guys can see the light. Yeah, the light should be coming out like that. So now we on MHD. What we're going to do is go to Flash MHD map, and it's gonna connect and show all of the stages you can go to. So like I said, we already did stage 1, so what we are gonna do is do stage 2. All right, just a reminder, as you can see, it did not connect because the car is completely off. So what you wanna do is have the ignition on, but the engine off. So we're gonna turn the car on, just so like all the electronics and stuff are on. Another note too, make sure you have the headlights off. Make sure you disconnect your Apple CarPlay, all the windows up, anything that could take power away from the car. Make sure you turn it off, because it will drain your battery out and you could end up messing up so we just gonna go and disconnect Apple CarPlay right now. Go back in. All right, so yeah, so if you do leave anything that can take power away from the car or the battery, it will drain your battery out and you will get locked out of your car. So make sure you leave all the extra stuff off. And also we're gonna put our phone on airplane mode. Yeah, airplane mode. So now let's go back and select the stage 2. As you can see, stage 1 says for stock unmodified cars, and then stage 2 says upgraded downpipe to recommended. So we're gonna go stage 2, and I do run 93 octane. I will end up going E30 very soon. I'm just waiting on my fuel kit to come in, but for now we're gonna go 93 octane. So once you click it, it's gonna connect right here. The good thing that I love about the tune is this option settings. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the option settings. As you can see, there's a lot of different things you can see on the screen right here. So we're gonna start at the top. I always activate anti-lag. With anti-lag, you'll hold the scroll wheel down and then you'll hold down on the gas. As you're holding down on the gas, it's gonna hold your speed where it's at, and it's gonna build your boost up with your turbos. And then as you release the scroll wheel, it's gonna shoot you off. It's like building up the boost before you take off. So I always activate anti-lag. So a friend of mine told me leave it at like 7 to 8 psi. I never went past that, so we're gonna leave it at 8 psi. Right here, exhaust setup. So this is where you change it to where if you do have a stock downpipe or aftermarket downpipe. So we got that at aftermarket downpipe. So my car had a limiter at 130, so that's why I got remove top speed limiter check to take that off, and then increase iDrive power and torque gauges. So you know when you switch into sports mode or sports plus mode, you can have the power gauges up. So once you hit this box and you tune it, it'll change it on there. So I think it started off at like 360, now it shows like 400, 420, and then we'll see what it is after we remove them after the stage 2. And this is my favorite part, the exhaust. Overrun prop, that's the sound that the exhaust makes once you upshift or downshift. I like the long prop. I love the way it sounds. This will sound like a little long fart. It's kind of funny, but I always leave it at long. And the exhaust burp. So a lot of people say to turn the exhaust burp off, but me, I like hearing the engine. The car itself isn't that loud, so I love a little exhaust burble here or there. But as you see, I got it turned up all the way max. So the duration is at max. In base mode or comfort mode, and then sports mode I got it max as well. The aggressiveness is at hard or max as well. Those are the max settings. And then minimum RPM I got it set at 0. So even if I'm barely gassing it, I'll hear slight burble. And then max RPM is even at 7,000 RPM, I can still hear the burble. Minimum speed, that means you can hear the burble whenever. Max speed, you can hear the burbles however fast you're going. Cold start noise reduction. I like hearing the exhaust. So with that checked on, like the car is completely silent. Like it sounds like you starting up a hybrid car or a EV or something like that. So I always leave that off just so I can hear my engine. And then exhaust flap always open in sports mode. Of course we're gonna leave that checked. And startup roar. So startup roar is, it only really works if the car is warmed up. That's when you'll really hear it. But when you don't have it, the engine warmed up, you don't really hear it. So it's just gonna be a lot of extra noise for no reason. But I am going to a car meet tonight, so I'm gonna turn that on because the engine will be loud and I want people to hear it when I go. If we're coming down to the last few options here, so we got high pressure fuel pump installed. No, we do not, so we're gonna leave it at OEM. But as you can see, you got the Dorch, you got the spool stage, you got XDI, but we don't have one of those, so we're gonna leave it at OEM. Sport mode, sport cooling mode for intercooler, we're gonna leave that checked. Cooling target stock, I haven't really messed with that or the TCU limiter delete, so we're just gonna leave that as it is. So those are all the options right there. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back, and so as you see, it says map right. If it's your first time doing it, it's gonna say full right and it's gonna take a little longer, but since I have done a tune before, it says map right and it'll be a quicker one. So now you hit, wait, let me just double check to make sure that everything is off real quick. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we good. So now we hit map right, and it says preparing the map file. So pretty much here, you just letting the tune do what it do. You're gonna get a bunch of error codes and stuff popping up. Don't worry, it's gonna end up clearing those codes out for you. Do not open the window, do not open the door. Just leave everything as it is and just really sit here. And as you see, it says flashing the ECU, restarting DME, and then after it restarts the DME and codes the DME, it's gonna start clearing all these error codes that ended up popping up. And as you see at the bottom, it says battery charger recommended, but I never use a battery charger. I just make sure that the battery is always at a good limit before I ever tune it. Now it says success, wait 30 seconds. All right, so now 30 seconds is up and you have successfully tuned the car. So all I do now is just unplug it. And what a good friend of mine always told me, he said, always make sure to, before you just go out and driving real crazy, the car has to kind of adjust to the tune. He said it's not mandatory, but it is recommended that you just, drive the streets a little bit, drive kind of relaxed, don't push the car too hard for at least probably like 5 to 10 minutes. That way the car gets used to having the tune on it. And then once you do that, you can finally see like the difference in the stage 1 tune, stage 2 tune, or whatever. So also, if you have any questions, anything that you concerned about, anything, make sure you guys go over to my Instagram and just send me a quick question, quick message, anything like that. I'm always open to people asking me stuff, things they don't know or things they're trying to figure out. So yeah, if you have anything you want to ask me, just run over to my Instagram and I'll answer any questions you guys ask me. But yep, that's gonna be it for this video right here. Make sure you guys leave a like again, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.